The Dahlia, also known as Constance, has an interesting name. In this video, I wanted to share a quick story about localization, or how character names can differ across different language versions of the game. When the official posts first came out, players quickly noticed her name was the Dahlia. Up until this point, only the Herda had this kind of naming, and in that case, it was necessary to distinguish her from the existing 4-star Little Herda. So in this video, let's take a look at Dahlia and Herda and see how their names are actually translated in each of the four main languages. In English, we have the Herda and the Dahlia. In Chinese, we have Da Hei Ta and Da Li Hua. You might notice they share the same first character, but in each case, it actually serves a different purpose. For Herda, Da means big, so her Chinese name is literally Big Herda. But for Dahlia, the Da is actually part of the Chinese name for Dahlia, so it's not Big Dahlia, but just Dahlia. At this point, based on the Chinese, you might be wondering, is the Dahlia a mistranslation then? Where someone saw this character and thought, if this character translated previously into the Herda, it would be consistent if they then translated it into the Dahlia this time. I'll circle back on this topic later as maybe an interesting overall point of the video, but I don't think this is a mistake actually. But let's finish the last two languages first. In Korean, we have Do-heruta and Dhalia, which are essentially the Herda and Dahlia. And in Japanese, we have Madamu Heruta and Dahlia, or Madam Herda and Dahlia. So here are the reasons I think the Dahlia is not just a mistranslation. Firstly, from Herda's Japanese name, we can see there is an existing precedence where translators are given a lot of freedom to pick what they think is most appropriate for their version of the game. The second reason is that this time around, which might be the first actually, they've also included Dahlia's English name in the pictures for the other languages, so the main Chinese team is aware of this translation choice. And a third thing to consider is that the official name of a character is not necessarily that important. The Herda is never called that in story, and Anaxa doesn't even like the name Anaxa, so everyone can still just call her Constance or Dahlia in the story regardless of what her official name is. But at this point, maybe a more subtle question is, why did the English team call her the Dahlia then? The first theory I have is for style or feeling, where the Dahlia might seem more mature and in line with a certain archetype that they're going for. And the second reason might be something called SEO, or search engine optimization, where as a general principle, you want characters to be easily searchable, and that means not conflicting with other things of a similar name. In this case, Dahlia is also a flower and an old crime case. And there actually is a kind of penalty where if a search engine sees that a lot of users are not clicking into a certain result that it's showing them, it might classify that content as less popular or relevant and show it less. So this very well could have been a tactical business decision from the English team. That's all I had for today. Thank you for watching. I'm curious about your thoughts too, so definitely feel free to leave a comment.